Hello, Gary Champion, psychic medium, with a video I hope that might explain some things. You know, this business gives you a lot of opportunities to help people. It does. And I'm in a growth pattern of trying to expand that idea. I'm writing, doing videos, I'm talking to people, raising awareness about what's possible, what isn't possible. Who are the important people that I want to associate with? It's not the guys that are doing stuff where they'll look at me, I'm famous. Woo, woo, I got an expensive cell phone, I got an expensive car, I got a jet. I'm famous, look at me. Those aren't my guys. My guys are the people who are looking for meaning in life and how they can get to that point of understanding who they are and where they're going. And that's where I'm going to spend all my time. And people who build bombs don't come by here. They don't. People are on a path of trying to understand who they are and why they're here. What's it all about? Those are the people I see. I was watching a television program yesterday about archaeology in England, and they were digging through, they were going on the sides of cliffs, really hard places to get to because no one's dug there yet. The whole world's been dug up, but these odd places haven't been. They were hanging on ropes on the side of a cliff or whatever, and they were digging up a grave of a baby. How'd they know it was a baby? Because it had blocks of stone. The body had been laid on the ground, and then there were blocks of stone, and then I think they call that a cap or something. And I think it was done that way just to keep animals from eating the baby. Very reverent. When you don't have anything, I guess they could have made a wooden box, but they don't last. Stone. That stone was still there. And they were sifting through it. And a couple of them had, one guy said, "What do you think when this happens? Are you?" And the girl who was the archaeologist doesn't want to think about that. She's just digging through a grave. "400 years old." And when they got in there was nothing in there, just dust, because the baby's body was so fragile when it was born that it just turned to dust eventually. 400 years, certainly. And they moved on. They found an adult part of a skull, and they're looking at the top of it, and well, how old is he? I don't know, can't tell. Is it a man? Is it a woman? I don't know, can't tell. So you paid all this money and hired people to get you into a place to dig down and open up a child's grave only to say you don't know. Don't we have enough stuff going on right now? I know we're curious about the past. I like historical things as well. I do. But do we need to be digging into the grave of a child to try and understand what's going on now? There are no answers in that grave. There are none. There's pieces of bone that won't tell you anything about who that baby was, or where they lived, or what they ate, or hardly nothing. Even if you had the bones, what would it tell you? Something you probably already knew before you started digging. Why'd they do it? Why'd they extreme dig up bodies on the side of a cliff in the middle of nowhere? Because there were cameras rolling. Look at me, look at me. They wouldn't have been doing it for any other reason, or to write a book that would be published where someone would say, "Look at me, look at me." And instead of trying to become famous, we should be trying to maybe help each other get through this. Get through this. Our governor said you don't need masks anymore. I'm taking the mandate off a face mask. No, of course, thankfully no one did that, but it's about look at me, look at me. Television cameras rolling, his hair perfectly coiffed. I'm the big governor of this big state, and I've declared there will be no more masks. You don't think there are people out there laughing their butts off? What an idiot. You want to kill more of us? Your party is the reason that so many thousand people are dead, because you denied it. And then the chief honcho went out back one day in the little house in the shed, and somebody gave him a shot. In January, I didn't know there was a COVID till March. In January, he knew it was here. He took a shot. Dragging the feet on getting the COVID shot done, dragging feet on distribution, dragging their feet on okaying it, saying Fauci's a liar and all these things. What for? To what end? Look at me, look at me. I'm on television. I'm a big man. Instead of maybe saving a few 100,000 lives by getting on it the first day in January when you knew it was here. I didn't know it was here. I did make some funny statements at a show that I was at, but I didn't exactly know what. I did predict the virus. I guess I'm wrong there. I did predict the virus in a video long before it happened. I don't remember saying it though. But had they got on it then, everybody'd have the shot. People wouldn't still be dying, and you wouldn't have to look so damn stupid on television saying take your mask off. What's it all about, Alfie? Is it just for the moment we live? How about some long-term thinking? Those aren't my guys. It's all about me. It's all about me. Those aren't my guys. My guys are the people who are trying desperately to figure out what's going on with themselves and the people around them. I know that this little stint has made drug suppliers dance around the campfire with glee because they're selling millions of drugs for depression and anxiety, and just to cope with the crap that's on television. Turn your television off. There's nothing on there. I don't watch the news. Never watch the news. I have to watch the internet because I have to know kind of what's going on. Those are my guys, the guys that are constantly wondering about themselves on their path of self-discovery. Because as soon as you know a lot about yourself, you evolve. The evolution of you is in the understanding of you. I don't think anybody ever says that, but that's the truth of it. Once you understand kind of who you are and where you're going, you've evolved. You've arrived. And digging in a 400-year-old grave will not tell you that. It's too late. It's 400 years too late to figure out what's going on there. Ooh, we learn from our history. We'll dig. Well, that's our cover story. We'll dig up all these graves on the side of a hill from 400 years ago, and that'll let us know more about what not to do in the future. People starving. We'll fix that. That's not what's going on. It's about look at me, look at me. About television cameras and books. The age of discovery. Maybe that's what we're doing now, but I would rather see it here. I spent a lot of time trying to understand what's going on here, and I'm better for it. But I don't believe I can do anything for people who hate or people who are just wanting. They're just so full of gimme, gimme, gimme. I know there's a ton of you out there doing your best to help other people. I know there's millions of you out there. That's why we don't know who you are, because you're not in front of a camera, jumping in front of a camera, saying, I'm feeding these people soup. Look. The reason they went down there to feed them soup was to get on camera where they can maybe get a grant to open up their own non-profit where they can make a living. It's just, see the line of reasoning there? Instead of the people who just go down and volunteer and dip soup and say, come on back, we got plenty of soup. We have those people too, we just don't have enough of them. We're creating so many people with broken arms, it's not possible for us to have enough people and know how to reset these arms. We're creating damage at such a fast rate, we can't. Someone keeps saying, my time is up. What's it all about, Alfie? Isn't that interesting? I have guides who are so, this is my mother. You've made your point. Turn it off. Go eat lunch with your wife. That's good advice. I'm trying not to be a part of the problem. I'm trying to be a part of the solution. And, here at the end, I do want to thank those who participated in the healing session. I got an email from her. Let's see. Let's see if I can. I'm not going to go without it. Please accept my very deep thanks for concentrating so much healing on me. When I joined the session, I had no intention of asking, so I suspect there was some divine intervention involved. You saw much, and the accuracy was very much on target. The procrastination was on a book I've started. Maybe that got rectified as well. That's our legacy. The people who join the YouTube to heal other people for no reason other than just to do it. Other than just, gee, this will be great. I'll do something positive. I'm going to look at that other one. I'm telling you everything. Oh, I'm having my website redesigned and put into new software because my old software is so old it just doesn't function anymore. Time for a change. I'm okay with that. And thank you all for participating in my YouTube channel. Thanks for showing up for the free readings that we do. Thanks for showing up for the healings to help other people. You're a marvelous group of people. I don't know how we got so lucky here that the power that comes from the healing of the people that were there that night is so huge. I was burning up. I was wanting to rip my shirt off. The heat from the energy was coming right by me. We can make a difference. We can't heal the whole world, but we can make a difference. So, heartfelt thanks. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching. I didn't listen to my mother, did I?